Okay, so this comes from Ryan, and he wanted to know: do you think the Pistons are happy with the 6 seed and are resting their players? If they got the 4 or the 5 seed, fine, but would they prefer New York in the first round?
Okay. Good question. I understand the question. I'm gonna do a cop out. So, please forgive me, Ryan. I think it is disingenuous to insinuate that they would rather have a lower seed just so they can possibly have a better chance at playing the Knicks or whatnot, because playoff basketball is a whole different beast.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks have this, the guys on that Knicks team, they know what the playoffs is like. If the Pistons do have some veterans that know what the playoffs is like, but I mean, for the most part, a lot of those Knicks guys, they know what the playoffs is like. So I think it would be disingenuous to say that they would rather be the 6 seed. I think, and also too, just for their own sake, I think they want to finish as high as they can, just to be like, hey, last year was not who we really are. This is who we are. And I believe Kate Cunningham said it best last night. They want to go out and play the best that they can for JB Bickerstaff, and to just because the respect that they have for him and love him, and how he's been able to come out there, and Kate said he's a dog every day as a coach, and it makes us want to go out there and play harder. So I think they want to finish as high as they can, because I believe they want him to get that coach of the year as well. I mean, you heard the players say it, at various times, coach of the year, coach of the year. I think that if they can finish as a 4 or a 5 seed, again, still think he should get it whether they finish, even if they finish sixth. But they'll think that if they get it as a 4 or 5 seed, that bolsters Bickerstaff's argument even more. And on top of it, the real big thing of it, this Pistons team is full of competitors. And I think personally, they want that Indiana matchup.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of fans, especially when Cade had his leg contusion, saying that they were just tanking the season so they could get the Knicks. Which, fans are going to have their conspiracies towards the end of the year. I get it, I understand it. I think the Pistons, I don't really think they're like purposely losing so they match up with the New York Knicks, or trying to win out so they get the Pacers. I think whoever they face, they're going to give 100% effort, and it's just going to be a dogfight for however many games it is. Now, me
Yeah.
personally, Kory, I have my opinions why I would rather see the Knicks, and it has nothing to do with basketball. It has to do with national spotlight. I would
Fair.
rather them see the Knicks in the first round because they'll be on prime time, they'll be on
Mm-hmm.
ABC, and more
Yep.
eyes on Cade Cunningham and the Pistons, the better. But
Well,
with the
to your
Pacers, you're
point,
on NBA TV. Like, if we're being
yeah, yeah.
respectful, like I'd rather see the Knicks, and it has nothing to do with basketball. I just want the national spotlight. I want Cade to be on ABC with Mike Breen calling his games. Like, I'd rather see that, and I think it would be a really good series, in my opinion.
It definitely would be. And, to your point, if we're talking about Cade Cunningham becoming one of the best players in the league, the face of the league, I mean, one quick way to be the face of the league would be to go into Madison Square Garden and have a party. I mean, he's already had a time there already, but if he's able to go into Madison Square Garden and knock off the Knicks, that goes a long way for Cade Cunningham, becoming one of those faces of the league. Because once New York media starts hating you, I mean, yeah, you're well on your way.
Yeah, I know Alan dropped in the comment earlier that Brunson is currently making his return. If anyone is curious to see what he looks like, even Udonis Haslem, I'm sure you saw it. He said I would take the Pistons over the Knicks in the first round because he just thinks that if you kind of sleep on them, they could go in there and shock you a little bit. So uh, I'm really curious to see like what happens if they do play the Knicks, because I
Yeah.
think there's going to be a lot of storylines with that Knick team, and maybe they're not 100% healthy because who's the coach? Tom Thibodeau. He even has his own players calling him out, saying, "Yo, use the bench." Like, why am I playing 40 minutes every
I'm sorry, I got kind of tongue tied because I don't know what I want to say about Tibbs and the way he does his guys' minutes, but it's insane. It's insane. It really is, because I mean, at some point it always catches up with his teams. It always does. And I don't know whether he just doesn't care or what, but yeah, I don't think JB's going to run the Pistons like that. So yeah, I mean, they could probably catch some guys getting a little tired and winded and get right past them. What I would say, if the Pistons get them, I think they could get them in 6.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely be a 6-7 game series if they do match up with them.